Hi Virgo, this is your horoscope for October 2019. Thank you for joining me. You have Chiron sitting at 3 degrees in Aries in your 8th house. So if you're a Virgo who's a public figure and you've had some PR disasters lately, so an unflattering picture was published or someone slandered you in the press or someone has said negative things about you, this is the time to assert yourself, to clear the air, and to really present yourself as you want to be seen. So any shy Virgos this month, this is your time to really assert yourself, we're powerless over people, places, and things, okay? We can't control what other people think of us, but we can try and make a good impression. And you're able to heal this negative energy or the negative impact that other people may feel when you interact with them or you meet them or whatever. And it's going to be really likely that you present yourself in a way that's charming and elegant and likable to most people. I mean, you can't please all the people all the time, right? But this month, you really are given this boost of charm, likability, being able to articulate yourself properly so that you can put your best foot forward and be presentable and come across in your most positive way, which is a big deal. Your ruler, Mercury, goes into Scorpio on the 3rd of October. So when it comes to communication, you're going to really be quite intense. On the 4th of October, Mars moves into Libra in your 2nd house. You've got the Sun, Mars, and Virgo in your 2nd house of money and belongings. Male and Venus, total fail. Mars and Venus are the male principles and the female principles, okay? And when you put those together, you usually get a kid. You leave a guy and a woman together for long enough, eventually you'll have a child. Your identity is in there as well, your solar plexus, the things that you're ambitious about and the things that you love. They're all in your 2nd house of money. So if you naturally do the things that you love and the things that you naturally care about, you can expect to have more money this month. So that's great for you. So far, Virgo, you can clean up your public image if you're a politician or a celebrity. And you can make money by doing what you like. So not bad as far as months go. That energy continues until the 9th. On the 9th, Venus moves into Scorpio, so it leaves the 2nd house of money. Your transiting midheaven is now in the 2nd house of money, creating relationships for you to network and build even more income. Venus goes into Scorpio, joining Mercury, so you will feel very intensely about what you love. And when you come across, make sure that your passion doesn't get in the way of the facts. If you're telling people or you're educating people about something that you've come up with or you've created your own product, if you're so intense about it, you'll scare people off. So we know you love this thing that you're presenting, okay? We know you love it. You don't have to hit us over the head with how much you love it. It's like, you know when Liza Minnelli and David Guest were on Ruby Wax, that documentary thing, there were rumors about him being gay, which he was. So to get rid of those rumors, the two overcompensated and it was horrible to watch. He was sticking his tongue down her throat and they were making out and it was just embarrassing. It was just too much. And they were overcompensating to get rid of this rumor. So that's the kind of intense communication that you can suffer from. And rather than be so intense, channel that energy into what it is you love to do work-wise and how you can network and build bridges with people instead of telling them the most deepest, darkest secret about you, which you really want to do. Keep it light. Keep it moving. Okay? Keep it moving. On the 13th of October, we've got the full moon in Aries. I'm going to make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon, just so you know what house of your chart, Virgo, this happens in. That's the important thing, because the house is the area of your life. So the full moon happens in Aries, in your 8th house of you in connection with other people, greater institutions and the other side. So while the moon is building up to be a full moon on the 12th, 13th, and 14th of October, you're going to be filled with this Aries energy, which is about independence, which is about taking charge of things. And it's next to that Chiron. So you'll really be able to present during this time and come across very, very well. If you have to go for a job interview, if you have to rehab your image, if you have to do damage control, if you have to do a press conference, 12th, 13th, 14th of October are the best time for you to do that. So recapping so far, this is a great time to make money. You've got lots of dark energy which you ought to channel into your financial life and look at what you love to do. And you're able to heal and fix your public image in a way, which is useful. So that continues all the way until the 24th of October, when the sun moves into Scorpio, and that goes into your 3rd house as well. So now you're just telling everybody anything. Like you sit down in a room of people, and there's 5 of you, and everyone's having a nice little Coke and Coca-Cola, and you're sitting down and you say, hi, nice to meet you, everybody. My name is David. I like to snorkel. I like to abseil. I work as an accountant, and I really like getting choked when I'm... There's the potential to overshare. Don't overshare. Put that energy into doing something with your work and doing something with creating financial independence and security. If your financial independence comes from divulging secrets, and if you're in the gossip trade, and if all of these feelings are how you make your money, then fine, okay? But if you're like an accountant and you're suddenly talking about your preferences in the bedroom, then that's... no one wants to hear about that, okay? So just cool it a little bit at the end of the month, because you get super, super intense, and it's like your mouth has just opened up. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, if it's just innocent stuff, you know, like if you're self-employed and you smoked a joint or something, and you're talking and you're like, oh yeah, I've smoked a joint as well, and then you're like, oh my God, what are my kids gonna think? I've now divulged this horrible secret. Not that big a deal. But if you're like running for Senate, and it comes out that you're homosexual and that you voted against all the homosexual bills in the past, and you pass yourself off as straight, then that's going to come back and bite you in the behind. It's a time to rehab your public image, remember, and to put yourself out there in terms of work, but don't make it too intense, otherwise it's not going to work. Keep it light, keep it surface level, and kind of keep a sales pitch going on. So rather than pouring out your guts, think about presenting and talking about facts and figures, and keep it neutral. Try and keep the emotions out of it, all right? So that's what I get for you in October. Have a lovely, lovely month. If you would like a personal reading with me, then get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I can answer any questions you have in a personal reading. If you like this video, then please hit subscribe. If you're feeling generous, then please share the video online. I'd be ever so grateful. Have a lovely month. Mwah. Lots of kisses to you, and I'll speak to you next month.